Hello and welcome to the Halfway Line podcast. I am your host, Leo, and I'm joined by Aaron.
Hello there. We thought we'd let Leo do the intro today. Feels a bit weird,
I
but
know, that
this
was
is episode 10. We thought we'd try
a bit
something different.
backwards,
A bit backwards. Today we've got a bit coming up for you. We've got all the Scottish Premiership results. I'm going to be talking about the two games I've been to in the last week. We've also got Wilfried Nancy start at Celtic. Leo's going to talk about Danny Rohl and how he's got on in the last couple. Something that happened in the last few hours, I've just seen in the last few hours. Some World Cup tickets will be retail for £45, which is very good, but we'll see how that goes. Hamilton are docked with further 9 points, and Leo will cover the Premier League and maybe a bit of the European games,
maybe.
perhaps.
We'll have to see.
Because there were some European games last week. Just want to ask, how are you today, Leo?
We're all right. Feeling a bit under the weather, but
I
other than
think
that,
I am too.
all right.
There must be there's a lot of stuff going about,
Yeah,
like the flu and stuff.
always
So
happens in winter.
certainly does. Must be the cold.
Yeah, must be.
I'm going to start off with the Premiership results this week. I have watched all the games, so I've come prepared. It started off with Dundee United 0, Motherwell 0. Nothing really there. Livingston 2, Dundee 2. Dundee were 2-0 up inside the first, 15 minutes. And Livingston scored 2 in the second half to level the game. Ryan McGowan was sent off in the last minute. The late game that day was Falkirk 0, Hearts 2. I believe it was Claudio Braga and Stephen Kingsley with the goal. Stephen Kingsley's goal was fantastic. Moving on to the Sunday game, Aberdeen 2, Kilmarnock 1, which is the Premiership game. And we've also got St Mirren 3, Celtic 1 in the Premier Scots Cup final. Did you get a chance to watch that game?
I didn't, but I was. I don't remember where I was when I saw it. It might have even been here.
Mm-hmm.
I was just scrolling Instagram and I saw St Mirren had scored, and I was like, that. I to be honest, I thought it wouldn't last long,
Mm-hmm.
but
To be fair, it didn't. The Celtic equalised quite soon after.
and then to get another two, it was a double from
Ayunga.
yeah.
Double from Ayunga. Two really well taken goals. Just
I saw both of them.
terribly defensive from Celtic though. It was the gaps they left. They had two men closing down Declan John for the third goal, but left Ayunga free for an easy pass in, and it was a nice wee chip.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good header for the first goal as well.
Yeah.
But fantastic for St Mirren. Well done. A lot of people, I think, wrote them off before the game,
Of course, I mean,
which
you're
was
gonna-
always going to happen. But
Yeah.
I'm really happy they won it. It was really good to see. They had a really good backing as well. I believe it was like 10,000,
Yeah.
maybe something like that. So very good to see. Moving on, we have that's all the Premiership games for this week because Rangers weren't playing.
Yes.
Rangers probably would have been playing St Mirren or Celtic. So
Yeah.
moving on to the Championship. One of the games I was at, which I'll just say the score and I'll talk about it after. Ayr United 2, St Johnstone 4. And moving on to the Saturday, we have Arbroath 2, Partick Thistle 1. Fantastic result for us. Puts us 3 points clear at the top with the win the night before. Greenock Morton 0, Airdrie 1. Airdrie starting to come back into the season a wee bit with some really good results there. Queen's Park 1, Dunfermline 1. And I think the biggest one this week was right over 6 Ross County now, and that caused Tony Docherty to be sacked. I didn't think County. I thought County might lose. I didn't think they'd lose by that amount.
Yeah. Quite the jump.
The demolition, yeah. Moving on to League One, we've got Alloa 0, Queen of the South 2, Cove Rangers 0, East Fife 1, Inverness 4, Hamilton 0, Montrose 3, Stenhorsmuir 0, Peterhead 3, Kelty Hearts 2. Moving on to League 2, Annan 3, 4-1, Dumbarton 2, East Kilbride 0. That's mental. Dumbarton lost 9-0 last night, and they beat the league leaders of League 2 2-0. Almost 3 days before. Mental. Edinburgh City 1, Clyde 4, Elgin 1, Stranraer 2, and Stirling Albion 1, Spartans 1. And then we've had I was at a game last night. I almost forgot to say that. My fault. Challenge Cup games that were meant to be on last week got rescheduled for last night. It was Cove Rangers 1, Partick Thistle 2, Dumbarton 0, Inverness 9, Elgin 2, East Fife 3, Hearts B 0, St Johnstone 1, which I was at, Queen of the South 4, Dunfermline 3, and Queen's Park 2, Clyde 1. So, any results that sort of stand out to you? Probably that Ross County one.
Yeah.
The Ross County one,
I
I'd
mean,
say.
That's crazy.
It is, isn't it?
That is crazy.
It's mental. But I'm going to go over the game I was at, which was Ayr United versus St Johnstone. So, you know me, I don't get to many games. I think the last game I was at was Airdrie away ages ago, and we won 2-1. Ayr came out looking like a better side than us at the start. We conceded 2 early goals. I think it was the 8th and the 14th minute, so we were 2-0 down really early. And the first half, we just couldn't string anything together. It just wasn't going our way. I wouldn't say... I mean, there was a lot of fans booing at half-time for us, but I wouldn't say that I completely wrote them off in the first half. I kind of thought that we'd maybe score a few. It was sort of near... Well, I knew because we got our goal back early in the second half through Matty Foles. Then we equalised the 77th minute through Josh McPake. Then we scored a third in the 88th minute also through Josh McPake. And then Kai Fotheringham made it 4-2 in the last minute. It was brilliant persistence from Saints to build that back up. I think he made a few tweaks inside. Ayr didn't really know what to do with that. They were kind of focused on our normal system, which they managed to exploit the last time we played them and now. Because I think the last time we played them we drew 0-0. But they knew what they were doing defensively and everything. But they got 2 lucky breaks and scored the goals. Fair enough. But I think that Saints played fantastic the second half. They were really good. And yeah, it was just really good to see. Adama Sadebi, my man of the match. I think he got man of the match anyway, but he was fantastic as well. But yeah, it was all for the Friday night game. Last night, well, was a bit of a different story.
Yeah.
I said that to you. Not necessarily. People were booing at half-time again because we were 0-0. Hearts B were very good. Like, I'm not going to doubt that. They were really well, they had a really good shape. Their captain, centre-back, I was stood behind the goal at each side Saints were shooting at, and their captain was fantastic at holding the ball. Like, they were really good at everything. They have a number 32 who is on his way to Man City in the summer.
Really?
He's on his way to Man City. So, I mean, fair enough. They've got
the quality.
Shows the quality. I thought maybe James Wilson might play. Hearts youngster there, but he didn't. But we got the win in the end, and the manager of St Johnstone came up to us at the end, thanked everyone for coming, which is really good to see. It's really good to see that he cares, and I got a photo with him, so that was really
You're
good.
always going to want a manager that cares enough to talk to support and wants to build a relationship with support, because if he's not going to listen, he's not going to take what your thoughts in. Then
because he came up
that's
to he walked right down the stand and just said thank you to everyone for coming, which is fantastic, and we clapped him off the pitch.
Yeah.
The team's not going to win every game that's going to be pretty, right? We got the win, we move on. We're playing County in the next round. We will need to focus on that, because if they get a new manager, I can see them maybe getting a bit of form.
Yeah.
But it might just be that the players they've signed might have just humped them for the rest of the season.
That's very possible.
It might be possible, but I think that's my kind of rant over about that. I think we're going to move on now, though, aren't we?
To our favourite manager.
Your favourite manager at the moment, because it's giving you a lot of laughs.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it?
Wilfried Nancy.
Yes.
Not had a good start.
No.
He's had, in fact, a very bad start. Has he won anything yet?
Has he? No, he hasn't. He's lost all his 3 games.
Yeah.
All 3 games he's lost.
And this article opens by saying, "I don't have to prove anything to anybody," he says.
Really? Well, have you seen his tweets out of the marriage that he used to repost Rangers tweets and everything?
Goodness.
They've just come out saying that, but I don't think it matters. It was 12 years ago. So I'm just having a drink, everyone.
Just wait till Scott finds out about that, or Ricky.
What's Scott gonna do? We're off for 2 weeks after this. He's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, so he's had a pretty poor start, and it was the MLS he came from or something.
MLS Columbus Crew. Yeah,
it's going to be quite a different game to get used to. So you do have to maybe cut him a bit of slack there, let him get into the Scottish game a bit. But you're going to want to see a pretty... I mean, considering how well Celtic were doing in the interim period, getting a new manager who you're expecting to take the reins and be pretty quick with it, especially if they've been working on stuff that's working, how is he not able to pick that up and continue that? Yeah. A lot of criticism.
Do you think it's the same as Russell Martin? Do you think he's very kind of similar in that kind of sense that the fans have judged him too harshly already and he can't come back from it?
It's very possible, but I don't know, it depends. Like, Rangers fans are not particularly forgiving in any case. So I don't think Russell Martin's ever going to work well.
No.
If you don't have a good start, you're almost screwed entirely for Rangers. But I
Yeah.
think Celtic, you might get a little bit more room to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're consistently winning most seasons.
Well, they play tonight. That's a big game for him. If he win, if
Yeah.
I say if he if and somehow he loses his next 2 games, he could be out the door.
I think it's very possible because
They might just say you're out the door.
Yeah.
It's not working.
if you're not able to turn things around or even win a game,
I don't think it's fair, but if that might be what needs
yeah,
done.
it is kind of just it is football.
It's football, but
Realistically, if the board thinks you're not good enough and you're losing all these games, then you're out. But there's been a lot of criticism on his system. Is the 3-4-3 that they've been playing, and I mean, I think it was changed from O'Neill's formation, which was winning them games. So he's came in, changed the formation, and they've started losing. So I'm not too sure why he did that. It seems like a bad move. Maybe he'd switch it back.
Martin O'Neill's come out and said he would have stayed on as Celtic manager.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't have kept him,
Especially
if that's the case, because they were winning games.
Yeah.
But it might have been that he might have said that too late and they'd already appointed Nancy.
Yeah.
Or they might have already promised him a job. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, to be honest.
I'm just reading a few of the quotes he said. His task was to get connection with his players. Every day I see there's an improvement, which is fair enough. You're going to improve there being with them more. And then he said, I'm going beyond winning. And for me, it is about character, it's about personality, it's about coherence, it's about how we want to play defensively and offensively. That was a whole bunch of nothing. He didn't actually.
I mean, you have to. I mean, I'm not saying that he should be losing all these games because he has had some hard games at the start.
Like losing against Hearts, especially when they're in form.
It doesn't help when you're playing Hearts, the league leaders, Roma, arguably your toughest opponent in the Europa League, and St Mirren in a cup final in 1 week.
Yeah, it's a lot to tackle at once.
But I can also see the Celtic fans' frustration.
Yeah.
In maybe not winning the cup final at least.
Yeah.
The Hearts game.
You're still expecting them to beat St Mirren every day of the week.
Oh, I thought they'd beat Hearts, to be honest. I thought they'd beat Hearts.
Yeah.
But
to be fair,
I'm not a manager. I don't know what it's like. But I'm not saying that. I mean, they play United tonight. They play Dundee United. I will be watching it. We just need to wait.
Still peg them to win that game.
Yeah.
Like if you're putting
money on it,
Celtic up against anyone in the Scottish Premier, you're still expecting them to win. So I guess we'll have to see how that one plays out.
Definitely.
But yeah, he still says he's very confident that Celtic would find more consistency. So
yeah,
just have to wait and see.
And you want to talk about your main favourite manager?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You've got stuff to talk about, don't you?
Yeah. So I've got some notes on Danny Rohl. It's
not even analyst notes. It's Leo notes.
No, it's just my notes today. Just over what I've seen. Obviously, I don't get a lot of time to catch games because I'm either here or at work.
Yep.
So I'm not getting to see games a lot. Maybe over the kind of break from college, I'll get to watch more. But from what I have seen, and what I've heard from the Analyst and such.
Oh.
Rangers under Danny Rohl are still unbeaten in the league. After beating Hibs 1-0 on Monday night, Danny Rohl has kept a good record in the league: 6 wins in 8 and 0 defeats, so 2 draws as well. But it doesn't really feel like Rangers have improved all that much. They're not scoring a lot of goals, and they're still kind of faltering. A lot of opponents you'd have them winning, like in Dundee when they lost points. With that draw, they should have won that game. Like realistically, they should have won that game. I think it is blunders like that, and obviously with the Europa League campaign not going as smoothly as it normally does, Rangers, last season they did pretty well in the Europa League still, but this season they're losing way more than you'd think, but obviously doing a bit better in the league. So I think with the 2 draws, the lack of goals and consistency, and the kind of failures in the Europa League, the positives don't outweigh the negatives.
Yeah.
So although the league is looking better, it doesn't feel like improvement that much. I think despite that there are some pretty good improvements. Like Miovski's kind of turned around. He's found some form. He's got some goals,
Definitely, yeah.
which is really good for him to get some confidence in this team and start scoring more. Fernandez as well. He scored, I think, 2 in the last 3 games or something like that.
Good header against Hibs.
Good header against Hibs to win the game. A great shot from outside the box for his first goal for Rangers as well. It was a
I
great.
just realised I forgot to talk about that game. I forgot to say score that game. I just remembered that because it's on Monday night and you never normally get Monday night games.
It's quite late as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've seen Tav drop from the starting lineup a good few times. Max Aaron's back in there. Specifically, Connor Barron has been doing much better, at least from his previous games. I mean, he started the last 6.
Good, yeah.
Over Diamande, I think, or at least Diamande's been dropped for most of them. So I think there's some good signs there. With players like Miovski, Fernandez, Barron specifically. I mean, his goal line clearance as well. You would never have thought he would be tracking back and sprinting like he did to clear that.
Nope.
So absolutely happy with that and happy with the league performance, but just need to keep building on that and hopefully get some more consistency, and have your players like Miovski getting more service, so they can score more goals. But I mean, even then, with Sterling back, he came back from injury. He got some minutes in the Europa League, I think, and then he started against Hibs.
Yeah.
And he assisted the goal.
And he made that goal line clearance early in the first half.
Exactly. So it's great to have somebody like that back. He was out for quite a while. And so being able to have a bit more consistency in the league, and having these players that previously weren't doing well, definitely finding some good form and getting somewhere, and then getting somebody like Sterling back who you can kind of trust to be defensively good. And obviously now you're seeing him assist goals that are winning games. So definitely some improvements and some good signs. It's just building on that and hoping to see some better, or just more consistency, just better results, more goals, realistically.
Mm-hmm.
You'd still be wanting to win against Hibs, 3-0, 2-0 at least. It was a bit of a slog.
Hibs are doing well this season, though.
They
really
are.
Can't fault them that.
But you're still expecting Rangers to be a better side. At least I
Yeah.
am. I am. So, yeah. But overall, I think definitely good signs.
Definitely.
So,
Are we going to move on now?
yes.
We've got FIFA brings in new £45 ticket for 2026 World Cup. FIFA has introduced a small number of more affordable tickets for £45 for all 104 matches at the 2026 World Cup following its criticism of the pricing structure for the tournament. World Football's governing body says the new ticket price will be available to a certain number of loyal fans of the countries that have qualified for the World Cup. A FIFA official close to discussions said, "We have listened to feedback and this new category is the right thing to do," adding the decision was unanimous. UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer welcomed the announcement and added, "As someone who used to save up for England tickets, I encourage FIFA to do more than make the tickets more affordable so the World Cup doesn't lose the touch with the genuine supporters who make the game so special." I agree with that.
I agree. It's not often you hear me agreeing with Keir Starmer. But
No politics.
no politics. No, I think the issue I have with that is that it's good that they're lowering the ticket price, but obviously it's a small number of tickets compared to the whole of it. And if we're being honest, lower ticket prices, they're still going to make so much money off the World Cup every year. So it shows that they can just lower the price, but they're still not doing that for everything. So I think that's more of a problem. I think it's a bit more telling than it sounds.
Yeah.
To like anyone who's not really paying attention, that might be like, oh, well, they're making lower ticket prices. That's great. But it's only great until you realise how much the other tickets are going to be selling for, and the fact that they're not lowering all of them because they can afford it. It'll make the money because the ticket prices aren't making them the most money, I wouldn't think. I'm assuming it's sponsors.
Yeah, well, they've got plenty of money. You know what I mean?
They don't need it.
Imagine the celebrities that'll be at that World Cup.
Yeah. So I really don't think, and I mean, the mint that they'll probably be getting from the government for, driving economy. Like if you're hosting a World Cup, people are going to be flying to your country from all over the world. They're going to be spending money. It's going to be better for the country.
Imagine how much they're going to make off the fans of for Scotland alone.
No, just
the beer sales. Yeah, honestly, it's going to be mental.
Yeah, I think it's it's not good that they're not just making all the tickets affordable, because they can afford that. They can absolutely afford to lower the ticket prices and make it affordable for everyone, especially considering that however many people are going to be coming from the UK, Spain, anywhere else in Europe, how much they're going to be paying for flights and hotel plus the ticket. I mean, how many people are going to be going there knowing they're not going to get a ticket, and they're just going there to be there and support their country?
Well, that was what I was doing for Germany. I didn't know I was getting a ticket, but I
Exactly.
went over there anyway.
So if you can make the tickets more affordable, which they can, just do it.
I agree.
You're making your money back.
I
It
agree.
is selfish. It's just corporate greed,
I agree.
as always.
No, it is. It is. And you'd think that they'd want to have these kind of real fans over there instead of
I know, because it'll make
Yeah.
it'll make it more lively. It'll be
Exactly.
more enjoyable for everyone.
the
that
culture
way.
will be there.
And you know, if you're going to have better crowds turning out, why would you not want that over the millions you're already going to be getting, tens of if that? So, yeah, it's not great from FIFA. It's maybe a good sign. Maybe they'll
Wasn't the Qatar tickets quite cheap? They weren't that expensive.
maybe. I'm not too sure.
I vaguely remember them being not that cheap.
I think that's
Not that expensive, sorry.
It's probably because nobody wanted to go to Qatar.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to do that. Only for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just going to check the ticket prices now because I'm quite curious to yeah, look, they were like 68 quid. 68 quid, 164, 219. That's much better than what they're
Yeah.
charging now. Like, I wouldn't mind paying 100 quid for a game.
yeah, maybe if it's like the final
Yeah.
or something like that, because then it's like a big game.
Yeah.
Whereas like the beginning games, I mean,
I'd
those
pay
should be
I'd pay
cheaper.
like 30 quid for a beginning game.
Yeah, because you know it's not necessarily huge stakes. I mean, it's obviously huge stakes. It's the
I'd pay
World Cup.
30
but,
quid to
you
go
know
to
what I mean?
Celtic Park for the restricted game. Genuinely, it's
That's
horrible. But that's our kind of rant out of the way about the World Cup.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to go on that rant, but here we go.
Hamilton, though. I was speaking to my friend at the football last night, Fletcher, because he was in the youth academy at Hamilton, and now he plays for Saints. Hamilton had one of the best youth academies in like Scotland. Like, they were in the Champions League and everything, but because of this situation, their whole youth academies had to fold.
Really?
Had to fold. There's no more youth academy. They're one of the best, arguably the best in Scotland.
Wow.
Mental. And now they've been docked a further 9 points after their real breach.
My God.
Hamilton Academical have added an additional 9-point deduction following a Scottish Professional Football League disciplinary tribunal. It follows the League One club's failure to comply with SPFL's requirement for all clubs to successfully acquire a bronze-level Scottish FA club licence by 31st of March. Hamilton were relegated last season after receiving a 15-point penalty for a number of transgressions, including issues over the ownership of their stadium and player registration. They have left their hometown ground and moved to Broadwood Stadium, 15 miles away in Cumbernauld. This summer and were then issued a 6-point penalty in October after paying trialists and fielding amateur players while under a transfer embargo. It's a shame to see a Hamptonian club.
It is, but I think honestly, if the club's going to be acting like that, deserved. But just how awful that's got to be for fans. They're moved ground. Fans aren't going to be able to.
I'm not
go.
bothered about the fans. The fans gave us a lot of stick. There's a story, right? So, back in 2007, we were about to... I'm going
Way back.
This is why a lot of Saints fans don't like Hamilton fans. We were playing Hamilton in the... I believe it was in the Championship. And I obviously wasn't... I was like, 6 months old at the time. I wasn't at this game. I
not?
don't know if you've heard about... Oh, I don't know. No passion, eh? No passion. Do you know Gretna? The team, they kind of got up to the top flight
Yeah.
because they paid their way up.
Mhm.
It was between us and Gretna for the title. Saints had to win and Gretna had to draw or lose. Or if Gretna won, then they'd win the title.
Yeah.
Saints had won 4-3, so we started celebrating because Gretna were drawing, right? We started celebrating. We were playing Hamilton. Gretna scored in like the 90th minute to win the game. And the Hamilton fans just gave us stick apparently, like constantly. Like since then. It was I don't know the full story. I need to ask my dad about it because he was there. But apparently that's why Saints fans don't like Hamilton.
In any case, if that happened, if this kind of issue that Hamilton were having.
Oh
happened
no,
to
I wouldn't
any
wish it on
other
any
club,
fan, no.
it's got to be
I would-
devastating for a lot of like proper fans of the club.
No, yeah, no. Joey's side, it's not a good thing to have.
No.
It happened to, I think it was Inverness? No, they were looking on the verge of administration a few seasons ago. Hampton Inverness. Hampton Rangers.
Yeah, I mean it's not a good business to run. If you're not getting results, you're not
Do you
getting
think they'll
money.
just come back as the Hamilton Academical?
That'd be kind of funny. That'd be kind of funny. No, I think it's football clubs are very difficult businesses to run. They need just so much money put into them, so people are going to cut corners.
Yeah.
They're going to try and find any way to save money or to mess around and get ahead. So obviously not good for them, not good on owners and obviously the people running the club to cut that many corners.
Yeah.
So probably a deserved punishment, but for the fans it's got to be
Horrible.
Yeah.
It's time for Premier League.
Time for the Premier League.
And then we've got analyst notes after. Don't even worry. We've got analyst notes.
Don't worry. We have had plenty of good games.
Have we?
I want to start with...
Is it a big game on Sunday? Shall I try and guess it?
I mean, you will.
Is it Newcastle Sunderland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newcastle Sunderland. Sunderland win 1-0 after an own goal.
Well, have you seen the stat?
Great header, by the way.
I know, I didn't mean to interrupt. Have you seen the stat? Newcastle haven't lost Sunderland in 10 Premier League games. No, other way about. No. Other way about. I'm not having a good day. I'm really tired. I didn't get back till like 11 last night and I couldn't sleep. Because I had a blocked nose. Yeah, it's horrible. You've got it as well, though. Sunderland haven't lost to Newcastle in over 10 Premier League games.
Yeah.
But obviously Newcastle beat them in the FA Cup a few seasons ago now.
But that is the first time they've played in the Premier League since like 2016. So it's been like 10 years nearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an own goal, put Sunderland in the front.
Good header.
It was, I guess,
great
header, to be fair.
Voltamada.
Yeah.
He clearly loves scoring. It was a fantastic goal.
Great striker's instinct there.
I don't know why he was so far back. He was playing centre back.
I don't know what he's doing there. It's an absolute huge blunder, especially for rivals like that. But Sunderland were denied a second. Or Ramsdale saved that. It was close. It was near the end of the game. Again, it was going to be a scrappy game, but I'm happy Sunderland won.
You've got family, don't you?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Just kind of have to. But it's almost instilled into me at this point. I'm happy about that. But if I bring this back up, I was going to see the table, which that put Sunderland to 7th place and Newcastle are in 12th.
Don't think anyone had Sunderland that high.
No, what point of the earlier in the season they were like 4th or something. So weird looking. I mean, Arsenal first still, they're 2 points ahead. Then City, then Villa, then Chelsea.
Villa, we were talking about Villa last week, weren't we?
Yeah, because they just beat someone. If I can bring that back up, they played West Ham, beat West Ham 3-2. But I mean, even Forest are still playing well. So I think a lot of form found in these other clubs that you're not expecting. Forest beat Spurs 3-0. But I think maybe the biggest game I'll cover as well. Leeds Brentford 1-1 and City Palace 3-0 to City. But Monday night, Man United Bournemouth.
Did you watch? Did you watch it? No, you'd
No.
watch the Rangers game if you were to watch anything. Yeah.
4-4. I mean, it was a wild game. James Tavernier's brother got a goal.
Free
Marcus
kick.
Tavernier. Yeah.
Was it not? I saw a stat. Was it not the first time in about 12 years that two direct free kicks have been scored in the same game?
Perhaps.
I might be wrong. I'm sure I saw that though.
Looks like it was almost. I mean, there's 3 goals in the first half. Amad Diallo scoring in the 13th minute.
He played for Rangers, didn't he?
I think he did.
He played for Rangers.
I'm sure he did.
He
actually,
did.
Yeah.
He played in the 2021-22 season, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
so. Yeah. What a guy. Then there was 2 goals, a Bournemouth goal in the 40th minute, and then a United goal in the 49th minute of injury time in the first half. And then it was all second half from there. Bournemouth opened up the second half of the goal. Then Bruno Fernandes got a goal in the 77th. But in fact, Tavernier scored in the 52nd. He said free kick. Cunha scored in the 79th, and then Krupi in the 84th.
So it was 4-2 Bournemouth at one point, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, they would have went up, or 3-2 even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked like I didn't see much of it. I think I saw a couple of the goals on Instagram, but yeah, looked good. I think the analyst has some stuff to say about that, so I think we'll jump right into that.
I was going to say that. Do you want to just tell the analyst notes of that?
Here we go.
Ow.
So I'll maybe... Where did it go? Hold on. Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Don't worry, by the way. We will be doing this podcast over the Christmas break.
We'll be trying to. As long as there's no technical difficulties, there very well could be.
Well, my Wi-Fi is kind of playing up at the moment, so we'll never know.
We'll see then. Okay, well, we'll go from Manchester United then.
Yeah.
The analyst says...
Oh!
Despite being the definition of inconsistent, Manchester United are 6th in the Premier League right now. Ruben Amorim weathered the storm of his first season and has improved his team in a big way. With a loss against the 10 men of Everton at home and a 4-4 draw against Bournemouth both in recent memory, you must wonder if it could be even better. This is where we find the problems. Manchester United spent almost 200 million on a new front line in hopes of solving their scoring problems. Brian Mbeumo has been the only success of the three, with Sesko injured and Cunha's consistently average performances. Even Mbeumo is a player who United haven't been able to trust in the big moments, squandering 2 great chances at the weekend. Bruno Fernandes has once again carried this United team, creating more chances than any other player this season. His brilliance may still be underrated given just how bad his teams have been during this time at this club. If Manchester United can begin to add players who can consistently put his chances in the back of the net, then they may be able to finally challenge for the top again.
I reckon so.
Yeah,
I reckon they could. Yeah, because they've got the stature of the club to do it. You know what I mean? Arguably one of the biggest teams, if not, would you say the biggest team in England? Not as in like best.
Not currently, but
I wouldn't say they're the best team in England, but I'd say they're the biggest as in like stature.
Iconic.
Yeah, I'd say that they're like the most recognisable team in England.
I think so, because if you consider the kind of players they've produced
what you got, like what Roy Keane, what Rooney.
Yeah, I mean
obviously they didn't produce some from like youth.
Some of the most iconic games, iconic moments, iconic players. I mean, if you think about football in like early 2000s, like 2010s even, like
2000s were dominant. Yeah, 2000s and I'd say late 90s were dominant.
Yeah.
Well, not dominant because Arsenal kind of came into
like
their own.
When you're thinking of classic and iconic football, you think United, you think
Chelsea,
Real Madrid, Barcelona,
Arsenal.
Chelsea. Yeah, you're thinking like it's a big team, like it really is.
Yeah.
I think recent form has kind of like halted that a bit, because now you're thinking like Real Madrid have been able to keep their form, Barcelona have been able to keep their form, but United have gone way down, and have lost to City so many times.
Oh yeah. Well, I was at. Did I tell you I've been to City? I've been to a City United game.
Really?
Did I not tell you that?
I don't think so.
2 or 3 seasons ago. Do you remember the 6-3 game?
Oh yeah.
I was at that.
Wow, that would have been a good one to do that.
Haaland and Foden scored hat tricks. I think it was 4-0 at half time.
Yeah.
It was fantastic to be at.
Crazy.
Brilliant. And I went for an Anfield Stadium tour the day before.
Oh wow.
No, the morning before actually. And then the day before that I was at Blackburn Millwall, all for £200.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
That's very good. Okay, moving on to Celtic.
Mm-hmm.
St Mirren stunned Celtic and won the Scottish League Cup this weekend. An incredibly weird game of football in which the Pandas defended incredibly well and managed to take advantage of Celtic's frailty. St Mirren played well throughout the game but came up against a Celtic team who don't understand their new tactics. 3 defeats out of 3 for the new manager has him under instant pressure, and not only from fans. Suggestions coming from inside the club that players are already unhappy with their new manager, especially the captain Callum McGregor. Players are being played completely out of position and are struggling to understand their new roles. Celtic have their worst squad in years and need a manager who can maximise poor players. It remains to be seen if Nancy can figure that out. If he can't win against Dundee United tonight, he may not get the chance.
That's what we were just saying, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that's what we were literally just saying.
Cover this. It's been a poor start. It really has. Again, if you're playing players at a position who are already struggling, you can't expect anything to come of that. It sounds like really easy to say, but like that must be basic for a manager. Like if you come into a team that has been struggling and then you go, okay, I'm going to play you somewhere that you don't know, That is never going to work. Obviously, you want to train them up on that first and get them somewhere.
Well, that
He
was
doesn't
kind of what
have
we were
loads
saying
of
with
time.
Bayern last week. They have players that can play anywhere,
Yeah,
but Celtic don't.
yeah, but think about the quality of Bayern players.
Mhm.
Like they've got the best players in the world.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to expect them to do that and cover each other, and their training will just be better. Like clearly, Nancy's not able to have the team understand in training. Here's the role I want you to play. Here's how I want it to happen. The players can't understand that, whether that's their fault or whether that's Nancy not being able to instill it in them. I guess I can't say, but I just think if they're winning under O'Neill, why change that system up?
Well, like we said earlier, they might have already had it confirmed by the time that O'Neill said, "Oh, I'm actually fine with staying on."
I guess.
So you can't really. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I just wouldn't see a manager come in and go, okay, I see you guys have got something that's working. I'm going to just flip that.
I'm just gonna
do
change
something
it to
else."
my own style, which maybe doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. But moving on.
Is this the last note?
This is the last note. Again, may say this name wrong, but I'm assuming.
Do you want me to read it out for you?
Farioli. It looks like Farioli.
Let's see. Yes, Farioli.
Farioli. There you go. And did I get Mbuemo right?
Buemo.
Buemo.
It's Mbuemo.
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 I'm sure I was saying that.
I think you were just saying Buemo.
I was saying but maybe lightly.
You're just saying good in Spanish.
Yeah. Bueno.
Bueno.
Okay. After leaving the shambles that is current Ajax, Italian coach Francesco Farioli found himself in a storm of rumours this summer. After turning down Rangers and multiple Premier League clubs, he found himself at Portuguese giants Porto. They have taken the Liga Portugal by storm this season, still unbeaten while scoring 30 and conceding only 4.
Jesus
The
Christ.
system they play is an incredibly dynamic one, which lines up as a 4-3-3 out of possession. As Porto move through the thirds, they change formation each time, building up in a 2-4-4 from the back, moving into a diamond midfield in the middle of the pitch, and then controlling the final third with 5 players rotating around the opponent's back line. This movement and constant change of formation can easily break opposing formations in the modern era. Where most teams defend in man-to-man presses, if communication isn't perfect, then it's nearly impossible to follow the movement of this team. These ideas of fluidity and dynamic formations have been seen in a couple of different places now. The main proponents are PSG and Bayern Munich. Using fluidity to answer the rigid nature of modern defending, Farioli is showing how to do this as well, while dominating. I think we are seeing the next evolution in the football meta, which teams like Arsenal, who have the strongest structure, working to barely concede. Teams must find ways to fight this, and Farioli may be showing us how.
Definitely.
I didn't actually know that.
I didn't know that either. I didn't
So
even
there
know
you go.
Portugal. I didn't even know Porto were cooking that much in the Portuguese league.
There you go.
I
They
didn't
are.
know that. Well, wasn't Amarim cooking with Sporting as well?
Apparently.
That's why you got to get out. Please,
Yeah.
if you're listening to what's Farioli, if he's listening to this, do not go to a Prem club. It'll ruin you.
You're screwed.
It'll ruin your legacy. Stay at Porto. Build your team from there. Look at Mourinho. He won the Champions League with them.
Yeah.
You never
I
know what
think,
could
though,
happen.
Like, just reading out how they change in
Mhm.
possession. They're in a 4-3-3 out possession, and they move as they move up the pitch, and then obviously move back. They change formation. Having the players able to understand that and go, right, okay, we've moved up this far now. Let's move this formation. That has got to be so hard to track as an opposing team,
Oh, yeah, you just don't know
Like-
what to do because it's going to change.
because you're going to find yourself out of position so easily if you can't track your player specifically. But if somebody makes a run and you have to track back and they've already moved into a different formation, like that's got to be so difficult to defend against. So also having the players able to understand and perform that so well to score 30 goals and only concede 4 is unbelievably impressive.
100%. Can't go unnoticed. I might have to go and watch some of their highlights now.
Yeah,
I'm really
just to-
interested in
you just wanna
seeing
see
what
it.
that is, eh?
Because it'll look crazy on the pitch. Like
Mhm.
it's probably something you won't see. Like straight
Porto
away.
in the Europa League or Champions League. Or are they anything?
I think I want to say they're Europa, but
Because if they are, I'll watch them tomorrow night and see. Because I'm really interested in seeing.
they're in the Europa League.
They're not even playing tomorrow night. It's Conference League. So,
I think they don't play till January.
is that the league phase over?
I think so. Maybe
No.
no. I don't know. far as I'm aware, there's no games till January for Europa and Champions League. But I could be wrong.
I can't see any games.
I think.
Oh yeah, next game's not until the 20th of January
Quite
in the Champions League. There's a game at 3:30 in the Champions League. Club Bruges versus Karat Almaty.
No.
Bit of a weird game to have on at that time, isn't it? Probably because it's in Kazakhstan. So.
Yeah.
I just want to see Porto play Victoria Pleasant on the 22nd of January.
Wow.
So we got a bit to wait, but I might
yeah.
watch some of the league games in the meantime.
Yeah.
So
See how they're getting on.
exactly. Is that all from us this week?
That
then?
is.
Well, this will be our last episode in the studio till
Yeah.
the last time I see you.
I know. We won't see each other for
Till after
couple
Christmas.
weeks.
I was hammered out there.
there he is. Yeah. The quality may drop massively if we are able to get episodes out in these 2
But
weeks.
it's an episode.
Yeah. Because we will be doing it from home if it works at all.
Aye.
So we'll have to see, and we'll keep you updated on our socials.
We certainly will. Well, thank you very much, Leo.
Of course. Thank you.
What are we doing?
Editing. Some of us have work later, so the sooner we're out, the better, I guess.
Everyone's trying to get in here. We better leave.
It's fine. We're finishing up anyway, so.
Thank you for listening. This has been episode 10 of The Halfway Line. Have a good, what was it, having a good Christmas? It'll be an episode next week. On Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve episode.
Have a great Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
If we aren't able to get that.
Exactly.
out.
We will see you later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.